Hello everyone. This is Neha, and I welcome you all to the platform of edoite. Today we have Anjali with us, and she would be sharing her interview experience. Hi Anjali, how are you?
Hi Neha, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well, Anjali. Would you please give a brief introduction to our audience?
Yeah, sure. As you have already know my name, I'm Anjali Goenka, and currently I'm pursuing my BTech in chemical engineering in my final year from NIT Jalandhar. And I have grabbed an offer from Accenture through an online campus recruitment.
Okay, that's great, Anjali. How did you apply for this role?
Neha, this company visited our campus on campus only, so it was an on-campus apply. Uh,
Okay, okay, that's great. So, what assessment rounds were there, and on which platform they were conducted?
Basically, there were 4 rounds, and it were all conducted on the
Okay.
Accenture platform only because they have different website for themselves where all these platforms, all these assessments were being conducted. First was a written round, which included the reasoning section, verbal ability section, network security section, and pseudocode questions. Consists of 90 questions. It was.
Okay. What were the all right? What were the topics that were generally in these assessments,
Mainly as English
and what kind of
abilities, there
questions
were
were asked?
comprehensions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
seeing about reasoning and aptitude questions, it was involving percentage and time questions and around surrounding that only. And apart from that, network security questions, which are mainly theoretical based, and pseudo questions, which are based on the code section. So
Okay.
in this way,
All
aptitude
right.
questions can be practiced on India Wix or something that kind of site only.
Okay. What were other platforms on which you practiced for these assessments?
Neha, basically from being an
Apart from India
engineering
Wix.
background, I was already having. Sorry.
Yeah. Uh, no, that was the question. I said that apart from India Bix, what other websites you use for practicing?
No, I didn't go through that website and some books I solved like R.S. Agrawal questions in that way.
That's great. That's great. Awesome. Anjali, what came after these assessments?
Like
Like it
the
was
short,
followed.
yeah, shortlisted students went for the coding assessment round, which included two
Yeah.
questions.
Okay.
Within any two, language, you can solve those two coding questions, and then there was next round, that is communication round, which are non-eliminating. So that included sentence making and fluency and vocabulary, but it was
Yeah.
non-eliminating round. And whoever selected through the coding round reached to the final interview round.
Anjali, what platform you use for coding practice?
Basically, I went for GFG and HackerRank.
Yeah. Okay, that's great, Anjali. How was your interview? What was the focus of your interview?
Neha, when I get the news that I have shortlisted for the interview round, I asked to my seniors that what kind of questions they were asking in the interview and what kind of preparation we have to do for that. And apart from that, I also searched on GFG also because they also provide a whole interview preparation round for any company. So I searched about Accenture. So there I get to know that what kind of questions they ask. So basically, their main focus was on the project you have made and the HR questions and some situational questions that how do you handle these situations which they were asking. So
Okay,
the interview
that's great.
proceeds with, should I
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Go
tell
on.
me about yourself. The first question was this only about for them, and then they were mainly asking what the project you have done, like what is the objective of the project, and what were the key learnings of that project, and what are the difficulties or conflicts you had in that project by while making it. So it was self-made project. I didn't have any team. So they asked me that have you worked on any project which was team based. So I said that I'm from a core background, and in my third year I have done my internship from Saint Gobain. So they to asked me to explain that only, that what problems I faced during the management of the team in that way. So I explained that only to them. Yeah.
Okay. So it was basically a project and internship centric interview, right?
Yeah. And then next
Uh, s-
question was about the HR questions.
yeah. what type of HR questions were asked?
For example, first of all, they asked that what do you know about the company, and in that questions within questions were being formed. So I told them that about the competitors of the company. So they asked that how can they do something extra from the from other competitors to grow in that field. In that way, they asked the questions, and then they were asking some situational questions. That one was the team. That how did you manage the team conflicts in the internship, and then what was the subject you had faced difficult in your college time, and how did you cope up with that. So these type of some situational questions they ask then at the end.
Awesome. So Anjali, this is actually a common curiosity that were you nervous during your interview,
Actually, yeah, I
and
was
how did you
prepared for.
overcome that?
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I already prepared for my interview
Yeah.
as much as I can. So I was not nervous about that, and the interview was going very smoothly according as my preparation only. So there was no
Okay.
nervousness at that time,
Okay.
because all the questions he
Okay.
was asking was prepared by me on already.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a very good idea to be prepared and you won't be nervous at all, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So Anjali, apart from this, would you like to give some advice, tips to our audience to make the cracking process easier?
Yeah, that is what I want to say to them also, that prepare your best. That's my main thing. Result is not in your hand, but you can prepare your best, that you have got the knowledge that you have cleared your round. So you can ask your seniors, you can search on the different website that how you have to prepare for the company, that how which questions they do ask in the company, and according to that you can prepare, and just go with your preparation and give your best,
That's cool.
and
Awesome.
focus on your project,
Uh,
because their main focus was on the project only, that how you, what are the difficulties you faced, and what are the key learnings you were having in that project.
that's great. So thank you, Anjali, and it was a pleasure to have you with us.
Same here, Neha, thank you.